You love music? You love Echo FM 100.7.
It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
Lassa fever is a type of viral hemorrhagic illness that can be contracted from humans or rats already infected with the Lassa virus. The disease is usually spread to people via contact with the urine or feces of an infected rat or animal. Mild symptoms of Lassa fever may include fever, tiredness or fatigue, cough, sore throat, weakness, and headache. In 20% of people, more severe symptoms such as bleeding gums, breathing problems, vomiting, chest pain, or dangerously low blood pressure may occur. You can reduce your risk of Lassa fever by keeping your living space free of rodents and protecting yourself when you're around someone who is infected. Avoid contact with rodents, especially in areas where Lassa fever is common. Keep living spaces clean. Store food in closed containers to discourage attracting rats and other pests. Wear protective covering when caring for someone who has Lassa fever. If you are infected with the virus, isolate yourself and stay away from others to prevent spreading it. This message is brought to you by Echo FM 100.7.
Just a day like every other day.
Malaria is a disease caused by a parasite. The parasite is spread to humans through the bites of infected mosquito. Symptoms of malaria include fever and sweating, chills, headache and muscle ache, fatigue, chest pain, difficulty breathing, cough, diarrhea, seizures, nausea and vomiting. To reduce malaria infection, apply mosquito repellent to exposed skin. Use insecticide-treated bed nets. Treat clothing, mosquito nets, tents, sleeping bags, and other fabrics with insect repellent. Wear protective clothing and long sleeves to cover your skin. If down with malaria, please visit the nearest hospital. Do not self-medicate. This message is brought to you by Echo FM 100.7.
Revolutionize your health. It's time to thrive. On Health Revolution, we bring valuable insights, inspiration, and practical tools to help transform your health, reduce chronic diseases, and improve your well-being. Learn from leading health experts, researchers, and practitioners as they share cutting-edge information and advice that will help you make informed decisions. Join Mary, the Slim Diva, every weekday from Mondays to Thursdays at 11 a.m. on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. Health Revolution, your daily tonic for healthy living.
In today's world where we are, there are many children living with different disabilities such as autism, developmental delay, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, intellectual disability, physical disability, and as many cases as you can imagine. Children of such living with those disabilities should again be treated with the same equal right, just as every other child. No child deserves to be treated differently or called an imbecile because they have a disability. Rather, we should be more informed. There are lots of advices or information in relation to different disabilities. If you have any concerns that your child might be suffering from any kind of disability that you are not sure of, do not give it a term. Do not call it someone that is an imbecile. Do not say that your child is mentally deranged. Rather, I'll ask that you seek for help. There are many opportunities out there for people living with disabilities, and they should be treated specially. They are children with special needs and shouldn't be treated differently. You can reach Kids in Motion on 0701 063 2627 0701 063 2627. If you have any more questions or if you would like to know what support we have in place for kids with disabilities, my name remains Chief Lady Maureen Kingsley, audio co-number, co-CEO Echo FM 100.7 and co-CEO The King Group of Companies. Thank you.
Cholera is an infectious disease that causes severe watery diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and even death if untreated. Symptoms include weakness, intense thirst, vomiting, muscle cramps, rapid dehydration, diarrhea, restlessness, or irritability. These symptoms can begin as soon as a few or as long as 5 days after a person has been infected. If symptoms occur, seek medical attention immediately. Prevention is key. Drink only boiled or treated water. Do not drink out of a bottle with a broken seal. Wash fruits and vegetables thoroughly with clean water. Wash your hands regularly with soap and running water. Avoid close contact with infected individuals. Together, we can make our society cholera-free. This message is brought to you by Echo 100.7 FM, Owerri.
Okay, it's another week, a new week, and we are gradually counting down to the end of July. It's 21st already. Well, for those who are celebrating their birthdays today, happy birthday to you. We wish you long life, prosperity, good health of mind and body, and yes, amen to all of your secret prayers. Thank you, Barry. My name is Mary Omeni Wode. You can call me the Slim Diva. You're most adorable.
And my name is Best Beauty.
Hello, Best. How was your weekend?
It was too fast.
Fast, ke?
Yes, it was too fast.
Like you wanted today to be Sunday. I don't understand.
If it would be possible.
Unfortunately,
yes.
It's Monday. You have to just wake up to the reality of things. Okay, so she belongs to the category of people that dread Mondays. I do not know why. But for me, Monday seems to be like the best day of the week. But when it starts to get to Thursday, Friday, you see that all my energy starts to drain out. I don't know if that happens to you as well.
I feel like it depends on my mood. I can't really say if it is I'm a Monday person or no, but I just know that there are some weeks I'm like, this week is not my week.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And as usual, we have something very important to discuss. But before then, let's go bring you an important update.
Please stand by for Health Revolution News Update.
News reaching us says the Nigerian Meteorological Agency has predicted thunderstorms and rain from today, Monday, to Wednesday across the country. NIMET's weather outlook released on Sunday in Abuja envisaged thunderstorms with rains on Monday early morning hours over parts of Taraba, Adamawa, Kebbi, Borno, Yobe, Gombe, Bauchi, Sokoto, and Kaduna states. The remaining parts of the region are expected to be sunny with patches of cloud. It also envisaged cloudy skies over the southern region during the morning period and added that light rain is expected over parts of Imo, Abia, Bayelsa, Rivers, Cross River, Akwa Ibom states during the afternoon or evening hours. NIMET urged the public to take adequate precautions as strong winds might precede the rains in areas where thunderstorms are likely to occur and to ensure that loose objects are fastened to avoid collision. As the 21-day ultimatum issued to the federal government draws to a close on July 23rd, the Nigerian Medical Association has warned it will grant medical services nationwide if the government fails to meet its demands. The NMA had on July 2nd issued an ultimatum in protest against a circular from the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission on revised allowances for medical and dental officers in the Federal Public Service, which the doctors kicked against for violating prior agreements. The president of NMA, Professor Bala Audu, confirmed in an exclusive interview with newsmen that the association was prepared to take decisive action should the government fail to respond adequately to its demands. The association warned that it could not guarantee non-disruption of health services if their demands were not met. And lastly, on the update this morning, medical experts at the international scene have raised the alarm over the increasing cases of non-communicable diseases at workplaces in Africa. In a statement on Sunday titled "The Hidden Health Crisis Threatening Africa's Workforce and Business Continuity," the international body said non-communicable diseases are rapidly emerging as one of the most significant threats to workforce health, productivity, and operational resilience across Africa. According to findings, non-communicable diseases are responsible for a staggering 32% loss in productivity across the continent. It highlighted that Nigeria presents another concerning picture, adding that despite a youthful population aged largely between 20 to 45, non-communicable diseases are increasingly prevalent. And that's all for the update this morning. We'll now go back to the topic for today. And guess what? We have a very, very interesting topic to discuss. Stay tuned.
Echo FM.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
Okay, thank you so much for your patience this morning. We just had to do the update because, man, the rain this morning was something else. And I know a lot of you felt, have we not started off with 7 days break? What's going on? Well, you heard what Nimet said. Expect more of the rains. As you can see, Best Beauty, if you go on our live on Facebook at Echo FM, you see that someone is all covered up from neck to toe. I don't even understand. She keeps complaining about cold. But should a young lady like this be complaining of cold?
I don't understand.
You understand very soon. Well, let's move. Okay. Topic for today, Whitlow. Have you heard of Whitlow before? What do you know about Whitlow?
Honestly, until I did this research, I actually thought it was, when you have a nail, this, English. There's this part of our nails that come out on its own. So I felt like you dragging it is Whitlow, or this part, the top part of your hand, when you drag it, I thought that's Whitlow, and the pain you feel is Whitlow. Until we did the research, and I fully understood that, no, that is not Whitlow. That might be something else, but Whitlow is entirely different.
Okay, you know what beats my imagination? That a lot of people, even people who are learned, do not know the right pronunciation. They call it Whitlow.
Really?
Yes, till now. Someone even mentioned Whitlow when I was talking about the topic of the scene, of the mic this morning. But well, it is spelled WHITLOW. That's the spelling of Whitlow, and is pronounced as spelled. Okay, so let's learn that fact for today. And then, yes, growing up, it was a very common condition. But somehow, I really do not know if it's because things are beginning to change. You hardly find people with Whitlow these days. But I know that growing up, out of 20 persons, you must see like 2 or 3 people who had the infection. And as at then, I had vague knowledge about what Whitlow actually, was. As at then, some people will tell you, it's caused by nail biting. For people who bite their fingers frequently, get prepared. One day you come down with Whitlow. And then I've also heard people say it's caused by poor hygiene. If someone is dirty and doesn't wash his clothes properly, doesn't wash his hands frequently, the person is going to come down with Whitlow. Is that actually true? We get to find out today. And then someone also mentioned that Whitlow is caused by or people who are usually affected by Whitlow are people who have weakened immune system. I heard a lot, actually. But the one that will blow your mind is when we start to talk about the treatment options. There are a lot of things people do when they have Whitlow, and you imagine, I don't even want to say it right here, but when we get to that point, you would understand what I'm trying to say. So I know you have the definition. Let's go from there.
So Whitlow is a painful and highly contagious infection on the fingers caused by the herpes simplex virus. It is also known as herpetic Whitlow. It is a self-limited disease. Now, what we mean by self-limited disease, I had to do research on that too, because we learn every day. So a self-limiting disease is also known as a self-limiting condition or disorder. Is a medical condition that will resolve or improve on its own without treatment or intervention.
So what you're trying to say is, if someone has got Whitlow, it can phase off on its own.
Yes, it can.
Okay, well, we get to find out. And let's also tell you that Whitlow has two common types: hepatic Whitlow and melanotic Whitlow. But from research, hepatic Whitlow is more prevalent of the two. So we're going to focus a little bit more on hepatic Whitlow and tell you exactly what it is, the signs, the symptoms to look out for, and what you can do to prevent yourself and your loved ones from coming down with hepatic Whitlow. Now, research shows that hepatic Whitlow is a skin infection that is caused by the herpes simplex virus. That is another type of virus we would have to someday look at, on its own, because a lot of people do not know that is what causes that injury on the mouth. You see someone who's sick, maybe the person has malaria and is running temperature, and the person, you see a small injury, I don't know, or a blister, yes, a blister on the lip. And then when you ask the person, you say, na fever cause am. Are you aware that is caused by herpes simplex virus? People don't know that. Okay, so it is usually characterized by painful blisters on the skin, especially close to the fingernail, and it resolves on its own, like Best Beauty said, but to some extent it might require some form of medication to help it slow its progress. And another thing I want you to know is that it is actually contagious and can spread from person to person. Now, the herpes simplex virus is a viral infection that causes oral herpes or genital herpes, and both types can cause painful blisters or sores on various parts of the body. So it's not just the fingertips. Well, because we're talking about Whitlow today, we're going to, base our conversation on the fingertips and the hand region. Okay, I know you're saying, it doesn't affect everybody. I've never had Whitlow. Well, it might interest you to know that Whitlow affects anyone at any point in time, no matter the age. I've also seen a small child with Whitlow before. I've also seen a baby, a little bit grown with Whitlow. And what caused that baby's own was that he was always sucking the thumb. And that led to Whitlow. Okay, so we'll also find out if there are other things that can actually lead to it. But I know that children who suck their thumbs frequently come down with Whitlow. Healthcare workers like dental hygienists, people who are always exposed to the oral cavity. When you're sick, you go to see a dentist. When you have issues with your mouth, they'll first have to check your oral cavity, and then maybe their fingers could also go into your mouth in the process, and then they contract the herpes virus through that process. Now, people also who are exposed to genital herpes, it's a form of STD. Athletes like wrestlers who have close contact with people or close contact with other colleagues who are also into that particular sport can come down with Whitlow. And then, yes, research also shows that people who have weakened immune system are also at risk of coming down with Whitlow.
So Whitlow occurs when an exposed part of your finger, especially the flesh around the nail, comes in contact with fluid from somebody with herpes. It could be via saliva or from touching the sores caused by HSV in you or somebody else. That means you yourself can cause yourself to have Whitlow. If you have this herpes virus, you can cause yourself to have Whitlow if you touch the sores. Maybe you have open sores and you touch it, you have gotten Whitlow. So you could end up infecting yourself with Whitlow if you have HSV type 1 or 2. Most people, especially young children, have cuts on the sides of their fingernails. These cuts can be deep at times and might expose your inner flesh, which is how the HSV gains access to your body, resulting in an infection.
Okay. And then now there are stages of Whitlow. It's possible that your finger could get infected and you wouldn't even know until it now starts to have blisters all over. Now, it says that hepatic Whitlow causes painful blisters on the fingers around the nails, and the early stages of the condition include this kind of tingling sensation. You'll just be there and it seems more like your hand is twitching. You're wondering what's going on. You have this sweet tingling sensation and you actually don't know what's wrong at that point, but you keep trying to scratch it or trying to, just rub it or do something to make that feeling go away. And then before you know it, you start to see blisters close to the fingernails. I know that for some people, it changes the color of the fingers entirely. That particular finger that has been infected is either it's turning yellow or it's turning brownish or black.
Some of them green.
Or even green, yes. So you see that these blisters will now form near your fingernail and then cause your skin to be tender and sensitive. And before you know it, after a few days, you start to see a kind of crust or pus. You might want to call it pus coming out from that particular region. And then it starts to, on its own, because don't forget it is a viral infection. And usually viral infections tend to want to wade off on their own. So after a while, it starts to dry off, and heal. Okay. But the thing is, it usually doesn't affect all fingers. It usually affects just one finger. And if you do not take precaution, it can spread. That is what I want you to know. It can spread. And some people will tell you, oh, I don't suffer from whitlow before. I no go get them again. That's not true. It is a viral infection. As long as you're exposed to that herpes simplex virus, it's possible. There's every possibility that it can reoccur. If not on that finger, on another finger. So I want you to take note of that as well.
Okay, so some other symptoms, although not very common, include fever, because she talked about blisters. She has already talked about swelling, intense pain, and different color of your fingernail. Some of the other symptoms might include fever, red streaks on the arm, also known as lymphangitis, and swollen nodes in the armpit area. So basically, the other symptoms you might start seeing red streaks on your arms, and that is also known as lymphangitis. And lymphangitis is an inflammation or an infection of the lymphatic channels that are caused as a result of infection at a site distal to the channel. Basically, what that means is that it's an infection that occurs in a different position of your body from the position you had an infection.
Wow, that's even more confusing. Okay.
You had an infection in your on your hand. It might appear somewhere around your neck.
Okay.
This lymph node swelling might appear somewhere around your neck. That's what I got from it. We might still need clarification in the future. So go to your medical specialist. They will further explain to you.
Okay. Thank you, Best. We'll open up the phone lines now for people who would want to contribute and be a part of our conversation this morning. Have you ever suffered from whitlow? What do you even know about whitlow? If you have experienced it before, call us. Tell us how you were able to help yourself. I know that there are home remedies.
Yes.
So many home remedies. Like, I got confused while I was doing this research. I'm like, wait, so what's going on? I won't talk much, but I know that people have a lot to contribute to the conversation.
Okay, you can call us via 0911 20022, 0911 20022, or 0707 454 1014, 0707 454 1014. You can send us a WhatsApp message on 0707 491 3438.
Okay, those are the studio numbers. Try as much as you can to reach us this morning. I also remember that that thing comes with a lot of pain.
True.
Excruciating pain. If you see someone who has, let me come down to the layman's language, whitlow, you would feel for that person, because before you know it, it will seem more like the finger is coming off from the hand itself, and you're wondering, what kind of infection is this? Well, today you know the type of infection it is, and if it's something you have suffered from before, call us and let us know how you were able to actually resolve that particular infection. Did you apply anything? Did you go through with some home remedies? Would love to know this morning. 0911 20022. Or you call 0707 454 1014. Send us a WhatsApp message on 0707 491 3438. Those are the studio numbers for you to call this morning. Okay, so there are a lot of, what is it called now? Information when it has to do with the causes of hepatic whitlow, and it says that the herpes simplex virus type 1 or type 2 is what actually causes the hepatic whitlow, and it's something you can acquire if you have, first contact with someone who has got the virus. And like Best Beauty said, it could come up with fever. It could come up with cold sore. And that's why when you're having that temperature increase, you tend to want to link it to malaria or fever.
Hello, good morning. Your name and location, please.
Oh, no. Okay, try as much as you can to call us back, and we'll be here to take your call this morning. Talking about what you can do to cure it. Does it actually have a cure? Because I know that while I was doing this research, I saw something that said there is no cure for whitlow. We still have to reconfirm that. But some people claim that it can be cured. I heard someone say one time, oh, the moment you start to see that thing on your hand, dip it inside petrol, dip it inside fuel. I've heard a lot, like in this my life. So dip it, just once you put it inside petrol or fuel, it will, that heat or whatever from the fuel will kill the virus, and before you know it, it will go off.
That's
I'm like,
the same thing you're saying about lice. And you do it, and your scalp will start burning.
petrol on lice? Oh my goodness! Hello. Oh, I think we are having a hitch with the phone lines this morning, but please do not give up. Try as much as you can to call us back or send us a WhatsApp message. Alternatively, you can call 0707 491 3438 0707 491 3438. So they said it can cure, get rid of lice.
Yes,
and
you,
then
you mix it with comfort. I think that you mix it, then you rub it, then you leave it overnight, cover your hair with a bonnet. I said, there's one time I had the lice attack. Now they said something. I was like, I can't play with my life like that.
So everything for people basically is dip it inside fuel, dip it inside petrol. Some will tell you use engine oil. It will clear. Before you know it, it will go off. And I'm like, wahala. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome. What's your name?
I'm Esther. I'm calling from Idiagua.
Okay. Esther, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Go ahead, please.
I once had this whitlow. I was in primary 3. It was a hectic situation. You cannot sleep. You cannot have rest. Fever, constant fever. It didn't grow to the point because nobody knows what it is. My mom has to take me to the hospital where they use their whatever. There's one small something. They say it's a surgical blade, and we bust the whole thing. Then, and after a short while, when I was in primary 5, the thing came again. So somebody directed my mom to use fuel. So anytime they would just dip my hand inside the fuel, and gradually the thing stopped.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Okay.
So even till now, anything painful on my fingers, I'll just rush to any fuel. But it must be a clean fuel.
Okay,
So
they have specific types of fuel.
Engine. The thing they must be direct from the pump. So they will just use the container and put it clear. That's what I've been using since then.
Wahala. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Esther, for sharing, okay?
Thank you.
Have a great day ahead. You heard what she said. I just feel that back then, a lot of things happened and people went away scot-free. Try it now. You'll see that I don't even know the right words to use, but what I'm trying to say is right now, even medical experts would not recommend that you dip your hand in petrol if you have an open wound. Because when you have whitlow, it's open. And then when you dip your hand in that kind of chemical substance, you know what will happen? It will start to, have its own effect on not just the wound, but the injury itself, and then on whatever virus is on your hand. But the thing is, well, Esther did it. It worked for her in the past, but I don't know about now. I wouldn't even encourage people to dip their hands in fuel.
I feel like it's because of how literate we've become. Because we have the internet. Like I remember once when the first time I found lice on my, I had to search what does lice look like. Then I was like, Iche, this is my roommate, don't give me lice. So a lot of people were like, mix Bama, mix this in your hair. I was like, bro, I'm not going to do that.
Okay. All right. Let's see what this person has to say.
Hello, good morning. Your name and your location, please.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Best.
Mr. Best.
Yes, Best.
Oh, sharp. Your location, please, Mr. Best.
People are claiming your name, Best Beauty. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning, President Diva.
Good morning, Kachisin. How are you today?
Yeah, fine. Happy New Week.
Yes, thank you. Go ahead, please.
Good morning to your colleague.
Good morning, Mr. Catchison.
Yeah. Kachisin, Ekuha. I am calling from my community, Avo, where the West local government. Yeah, based on the topic of discourse, just like the first woman said, how she dipped her hand in the fuel, we here in this part of the country, we are used to all these latest things because it's cheaper for us. You can imagine dipping your hands in the fuel and comparing it to going to hospital, doing some things and all that. You find out this one is much cheaper. I also know about using red oil. Yes, I know about that one too. Using red oil to also rub on that particular place.
You just apply it. You apply it directly and it works.
Yeah. No, I've not witnessed that thing before, and I don't pray to.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kachisin, for sharing, okay?
Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right, bye. Have a great day. Well, he hasn't, actually had this before. In all honesty, too, it's not something I've actually experienced before, but I've seen people who have suffered from whitlow, and according to them, it wasn't a funny experience at all. Well, the phone lines are beeping, but we'll have to go pay bills. In 2 minutes, we'll bounce back. Don't go anywhere. You're still listening to Health Revolution right here on Echo FM 100.7.
Outdoor luxury.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for your company. Still Health Revolution right here on Echo FM 100.7. We are live on Facebook at Echo FM ECHOFM. Go there and you see me, you see Best Beauty, and also we are streaming also on the website www.echofm.net, www.echofm.net. Try as much as you can to listen online, and also we are on Radio Garden as well. Okay, we're talking about whitlow, what some people call wicklow, whatever name you want to give it, no problem, provided you understand what we're talking about today. And we've told you that it's caused by a particular virus known as the herpes simplex virus. It is highly contagious. It is not something that is sent from the village. It is something that happens when you come in contact with someone who has that particular virus, okay? It is highly contagious. That's number one thing we want you to take home. And then we'll talk about the treatment options and what you can do if you have whitlow.
Hello, good morning. Your name and location, please.
My name is Ian. I come from Akwa Ibom. I stay in where Akwa Ibom.
Ian, how are you today?
I'm feeling good.
This excitement.
Okay.
I don't understand this excitement. ENM, this your excitement is out of the world. What's going on? Did you win any jackpot or lottery?
Yes, I didn't well loaded. My God is alive. I'm alive.
Okay.
my also. That's why I'm so excited this morning.
You're
To be in the land
welcome.
of
So where exactly are you calling from?
yes, I'm calling from the United States of West End.
West End.
West End in
Okay.
Owerri.
Yeah, West End.
Yes. I'm based in
Okay.
Owerri.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Yes, I want to greet you. You guys are doing a great job there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, personally, I've been having the turn of a flow several times. You know, sometimes when I want to cut my finger, the last edges of my finger, I would like to draw it, and before you know, some days it start paining me from there. It start to swell up. So what I will do is, I will not mention the company name. I will look for any cell remover
Okay.
and soak that finger there. Another one, I will get a fuel and put inside a pure water sachet.
Oh.
And I will because of the
Oh, are you there?
because if you go to any chemist, tell them to treat you. You know how many thousand you spend. But this one is very quick and fast. In some days, it will start going. So I will tight my hand inside, my finger inside that fuel. Before you know, it starts sinking inside. Some days I will be free.
Wahala.
So
Okay.
if you go to the hospital, they will take your 5,000 before they attend to you. Actually, before you come back, you spend up to 100,000. That's why our president tried to America to treat herself. So,
Let's not even go there this morning. Let's not even talk about that this morning, because if we have to talk about medical tourism, that would be a topic for another day. But thank you so much.
May your days be long, Ojare.
Amen, and may your days be long as well. Thank you, ENM, for calling this morning. Well, what they say, how do they say it again? The way you think about something, there's a way they say it. I'm trying to now remember that word. What works for you might not work for me, but when you believe in something, it works for you.
True.
I might try that thing, it might not work for me. Exactly. So I feel that's what people have been trying to say this morning.
Hello, good morning. Your name and your location, please.
Good morning, my sisters in the studio.
Good morning.
Dr. John is my name.
Dr.
I'm
John.
calling from Government House this morning.
Okay, go ahead, Dr. John.
I want to contribute, but my contribution is more or less not from the professional angle.
Okay.
I just want to say a little thing on the common things people use around to help themselves to solve these problems.
Okay.
Especially in our climate here, where medical services is quite limited to the urban areas. Somebody mentioned fuel and the other palm oil. The truth there is that fuel has this intrinsic value of making all these microorganisms not to survive in it. It has been proven. So you find organisms, especially the aerobic types, the one that depend on oxygen to live, they can barely not survive under any fuel condition, petrol condition, or even just mere palm oil. So I think that is why it works for them. It actually works, although not proven medically, but it actually works.
Okay.
That's the truth. One thing you will notice, people who deal with fuel products, especially mechanics, who use fuel to wash their hands, you hardly find this WHITLOW happening to them. Go and note it. Ask them.
Okay.
So it works for them. Some other people may like to use this lime fruit. They cut it this way, cut it and put the finger inside. I don't know to the extent which that works, but for fuel and palm oil, it does work. And the medical, we may not come out openly to tell you to use it, but behind we'll always tell you as you are going, do this, do this. These are things over the years that have been practiced and work. That is not to say you are encouraged to use fuel for any and every injury, especially the open ones. But for that WHITLOW particularly, it does work. That is my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. John, a medical practitioner, actually sharing his knowledge. And it's good it's coming from a medical practitioner. Yes, the doctors will tell you do this, do that, but they are also home. Don't forget, we are not prescribing or telling you go and dip your hand in petrol. No. That's not what we're saying. These are more like home remedies, things you can do. But please, even before you dip your hand in whatever, see your doctor. If you cannot go to the hospital, speak with a nurse, speak with a medical practitioner, and let them give you their best advice. Because I know that for Whitlow, it might not be so serious that you want to go to the hospital to start to get card and all that. But make sure it is coming from a certified professional before you dip your hand in whatever. I heard people say dip it in lime, dip it in vinegar. Because of the acidity, it will kill the virus and all that. But what I am after is the after effects.
Exactly.
I wouldn't know if there are complications. That's what I'm trying to say. Because you might be trying to treat the Whitlow and then you end up infecting your body with another thing. So let us be cautious.
Hello, good morning. Your name and your location, please.
Good morning, the ladies in the studio. I've been trying the line, but it's not connecting. But I'm so lucky this time it has connected.
Network. Go ahead.
Yeah, network. Yeah. I'm a fan of radio, health programs in radio and television and other media. So, and this is my first time of listening to this program in your station. So I will continue.
Thank you.
Yeah, the issue of this Whitlow, I think I've had it before, and I went to chemist. I don't know whether should I mention the name of the drug they gave me.
No, don't, please, don't. Okay.
Okay, so I went to a chemist. Man, he prescribed drugs for me, and the thing worked. The thing dried, you know. So the thing I was okay. So in the hospitals, what they normally do, they can incise the area with sharp. They have their utensils there, which they use in doing things. They just incite it and press blood. At times the blood turns out to be black. So then after doing the whole thing, they will apply some medications and the person go. Then on the issue of using petrol and palm oil, I think the doctor has thrown more light in it. It works anyway. It works, but at times it does come back at another part of the finger or other finger because it's like some of the bacteria or virus will go somewhere and hibernate.
Okay.
So at a point, the thing will come out again. So my advice to people is when such thing happens, let them go and receive proper medical attention.
Thank you. You didn't tell us your name, please.
Okay, sorry. I'm Izuchukwu Inhezu. I'm calling from Alabama.
Okay, good to have you.
So another thing I observe is when people wash, so they do have pain in their fingers. So I don't know whether that one is still Whitlow or what.
Okay, that could be a reaction for me. I know I've experienced that at some point when I used a particular type of detergent. And I realized that anytime I use that detergent, you see my hands, it will be more like it will shrink. And then you see, I'll start feeling some kind of pain. And I stopped using that detergent. So it's possible that it could be as a result of reaction.
Okay.
Thank you, Izu.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you for your contribution. You heard what he said. Yes, those things may work, but we still have to do the right thing. Messages on WhatsApp.
He says, good morning, my ladies in the studio. I'm perfect from Umudagu. I once had this Whitlow. I really suffered because I was nursing and washing my baby's clothes. I did many things and nothing stopped it until a lady gave me Insiatu anti-poison. Though it was painful, but it put an end to my wahala. Thanks for enlightening us on this. Have a wonderful day, my people.
Anti-poison for Whitlow. Okay.
It's killing the virus inside.
I wish she was more specific about how it was applied. Did she drink it or did she rub it? You go to the market, the open market, and you see people hoarding or hawking rather. They'll tell you it's anti-poison. If you eat anything or you step on anything that is poisonous. But this is not caused by poison. It is caused by a virus. And that's why we're doing this sensitization. Well, it worked for you. I don't know what else to say. Okay, this one says, Betalicious morning and compliments of the new week to you and your lovely colleague in the studio. I love your educative radio program. Thank you so much. Please keep up with the good work. They say health is wealth. Ya gazeregi. Kachineke Mesioku. From your regular listener, oh, Yunan Chibokum, thank you. Thank you so much for sending in your message this morning. We appreciate you. Now, another thing I want you to know about Whitlow is that it doesn't just go off on its own. I feel that's why a lot of people get impatient and they tend to want to, do all sorts of things to make it go. From what I can see here, it typically lasts about 2 weeks, sometimes even longer, especially if it is left untreated. So you see someone, now, wow, this thing not really go. Maybe I've been poisoned. Or maybe, what kind of illness is this? It's not even going. And then out of frustration that particular thing has refused to go off, you see them trying to look for solution, and then they dip their hands in all sorts of things. Now, how is it treated medically? I want you to know that treatment for hepatic Whitlow focuses more on the infection. Don't forget, we told you it's caused by a virus. And it could include compresses 2 to 3 times per day, coupled with oral or topical antiviral medication. And also, they are going to add pain reliever or analgesic to help with the pain, because the pain is usually too much. And at a point, you might be so confused if it's affecting your brain as well, because the kind of pain you feel will also radiate to your head, like that kind of headache you feel when you have pain in some parts of your body. So these are all the things that they're going to give you when you go to the hospital. Definitely there will be an antiviral medication to help drive or chase the viral infection away. Yes, we know that viruses resolve on their own, but this time around, when you go to the hospital, I'm very sure that they know the right medications to give to you. Yeah. I also heard the doctor say, as part of home remedies, you can use hot compress or warm compress. Just be compressing. You dip a towel in warm water and then, press it randomly on that particular finger at intervals. It can help ease off the pain gradually. It might not help cure it or treat it permanently, but that can be a soothing pain, relief that you get at that particular time. And then for people who have it, I know you're wondering, okay, if I end up having Whitlow, how can I manage it? I don't know if there are other things you want to add before I go ahead to talk about management.
There is electrotherapy. I did not really go deeply into electrotherapy because it really seemed weird to me, but you can ask your medical practitioner in case you don't feel like taking analgesics or antiviral medications. Let me see if electrotherapy would work for me.
Are they going to electrocute? I'm trying to now wonder, like I'm picturing this in my head, electrotherapy. I know it has to do with using electronics or whatever,
Electrical current.
Thank you. Current, qua.
It will kill all the viruses.
No, trust Nigerians. They'll rather go for the one they can dip their hands in something. And going for what will electrocute them in the end. But, well, don't mind me. Just on a lighter note, you can do more research on that, actually. So, how you can manage hepatic Whitlow, it deserves good wound care. That is what I want you to know. Not because you have that injury on your hand, you start to do everything because you want to make it go. You'll end up making that infection worse. Okay, so like I said, you can use compress or protect it with a little bandage when you're going out so that flies do not perch on it, and then carry that virus and perch on someone else's body, and then they transmit it. So you can learn to cover your blisters so that you do not, spread the virus to another person. Well, if you have hepatic Whitlow, I want you to know that it is temporary, though it's a painful condition, but it can resolve in 2 to 3 weeks. So if it's not going, don't feel too bad and tell yourself, oh, what's wrong with my body? They have come again. They have, finally gotten me. No. After 2 to 3 weeks, it will resolve on its own. But if it doesn't resolve, yes, then it calls for concern.
Hello,
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and your location, please?
I'm a first-time caller. I don't know if I'm embarrassing you or disturbing you. I don't know the time to call, but I once got the number from radio station.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for calling in. And this is one of our studio numbers. I guess you were actually trying it out. Thank you for joining us this morning. We'll try to squeeze in 2 or 3 more calls before we run away from the studio. Let's see. We have another caller.
Hello, good morning. Your name and your location, please.
Good morning, the Slim Diva.
Good morning.
Could you please move away from your radio sets?
We're doing great. What's your name?
I am Samuel, calling from Nazareth.
Okay, go ahead, Samuel.
Yeah, I've had the experience of the person that had that infection. And what they use in treating it is, like you said, electricity. How do you put it?
Electrotherapy.
Yes, electrotherapy. They use generator. This grinding generator. The person will put their hand or their finger on that log wire. And as they start it, the person will just put the hand there like 1 or 2 times. As the thing is a kind of shocking, it will be treated. That's the way I saw it. Then they use petrol and oil.
Wow. This is, I don't even know what to say. It's so risky. Why would people go to that extent to take such a risk? Oh my God. And then when the person put his finger, when the person put,
ideas to come up.
No, I want to ask you, the moment the person puts the finger on that wire you're talking about, did it just go off like that?
It will not glue on the wire now. You just put it, if the thing shock you like 1 or 2 times, you remove it.
Hey. God,
you don't just hold the wire permanently. You put your hand, the thing will shock you, you remove it. They put it again.
Samuel,
something like that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you. We are not arguing, we are not arguing with you whether you've seen it or not. But you see this one, we will not recommend it at all, because in trying to shock the virus, you shock yourself and you shock your life. Shock the life out of yourself, right?
I don't. When I said electrotherapy, I was in my mind. I was like, let me just put this out there. I never knew people actually did it.
Oh no, there's nothing I will not hear on this program. Okay, so please let us be very careful so that you don't, in trying to solve a problem, you make things worse for yourself.
Hello, good morning. Your name and location, please.
Good morning. I'm Bibi Girl.
Bibi Girl from
Abala.
Abala, please go ahead.
I once had WHITLOW. What I used was I was soaking my hand in bleach.
Hey. For real?
Yes.
Wow.
Then I was now using hot compress, as in boil hot water. Then put any antiseptic of your choice. Then be dipping your hand there. Or you wrap it with a towel. Then the heat that comes out from the towel will help to heal it. Then when I'm cooking, there's this, I put my hand very close to the fire where I'll feel the heat. Then that tingling sensation will try to heal it. So after like 2-3 days. Then when my husband had his own, he allowed it to stay for some time. Then he now busted it. As soon as he brought out the pulse, he was okay. So it's the pulse that gives you that pain.
Okay.
So once the pulse is being removed, you will feel better. Then you can take some painkillers.
Maybe girl, you get mind. Like I'm just imagining. Do you have scars on your finger right now?
No. When you're cooking, that's the pot now. You know that the pot will be very hot. Just place that particular spot. They just feel that tingling pain. Then it helps to heal it.
Oh, wow.
That's what I feel. I feel that the heat to be able to kill the virus. But it worked for me, Sha.
It worked for you. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Best Beauty, would you try that out?
Never. I am even scared to keep, like, when they use a lot of bleaching clothes. I'm scared because my hands will peel. Talk less of putting my hand in bleach.
Bleach is something that is, I don't even know. Like when you even use it to soak your white normally and you use it to wash, I know the feeling when you bring out your palm. Barry Cosmos, you won't run away. Come and tell us, have you ever suffered from WHITLOW before? That thing that affects the finger. Have you ever? What do you even know about it?
Once. I think that was when I was still very young. I was very young. I think that thing happened. That thing can become. It's like a menace.
Really? The pain was too much.
It's a terrible thing with a pause. and all that. It's not a funny thing, but definitely that was way when I was much younger.
Okay.
I think in JSS class or something. Like
but
that.
did he resolve on his own?
Well, I don't remember taking any treatment. Well, actually, it does resolve on its own. It's just like 3-4 days intensive pain, and if the pulse is off, then the swell will reduce, and then the pain will also reduce. It's just for it to dry on its own natural
We have a recommendation for you in particular, Barry. I know you would like it.
Okay.
When next you have Whitlow, try the
electrotherapy.
What the hell?
Just
yes.
With electricity.
For you,
Yes.
just
for
you,
me.
just you.
I jump up.
According to what Mr. Samuel, let it shock
Let
you
it
small.
shock you small.
I jump up. What do you mean? Wait.
Oh my
you go and
goodness.
put it in electricity.
Yes.
That's what we heard.
For healing.
Yes.
Which doctor talked that one? I mean, I can jump and pass.
Thank you, Barry.
Revolution. I don't want to.
Thank you, Barry Cosmos. Okay, so Barry is also not in support of the electro, whatever it's called, but really that's too risky, in all honesty. Okay, so let's quickly tell you that there is no cure for hepatic Whitlow. For people who feel that after doing those things it will be cured, no. It's just that it goes off on its own, okay? But treatment can help relieve those signs and symptoms and make them go away faster. So there are so many ways by which you can prevent coming down with hepatic Whitlow, but let's squeeze in the last call for today.
Hello, good morning. Your name and location, please.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Morning.
My name is Ndifreke. I'm from 5-1.
Go ahead.
What I noticed with Whitlow is that when you're contacting by the Whitlow, the first thing you're supposed to do is for you to drop your pee on the particular place that you contacted the sickness before taking any other thing. But first of all, drop your pee.
You mean urine?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Wow. And then when you drop it on the affected finger, it goes off on its own. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, before you now look for another treatment to follow up. But first of all, you drop your urine first.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. These are all funny things you're hearing this morning. This person says, good morning, Mary the Slim Diva and Best Beauty. My question this morning is a little bit different from Whitlow. My friend has been having back pain on the spine, hot sensation at the back and headache. What are these symptoms suggesting? Well, Pas Boki from Futo Community, I would have to get back to you in a few minutes. Please stay on the line. This one says, when I have Whitlow, I'll just dilute what in water and apply it to that particular finger. You did not...
The INCR2, the anti-poison.
Oh, the anti-poison.
Yes.
Oh, she will dilute the anti-poison in water and apply it to that particular finger. Well, what makes up the anti-poison right now is what we actually don't know. But thank you for sharing. Okay, you have more?
Yes.
Quickly.
Even though I don't want to be a bearer of bad news, if you don't treat the Whitlow, because I know you'll be like, hey, it can go on its own, there are some complications and potential risks. Let me just read them through because we're running out of time. Scarring, numbness, recurrent infection, it will come back. It will come because it will move to your back of your neck and it will come back. Encephalitis, a rare but potentially life-threatening infection of the brain. It will move to your brain.
Hey.
Meningitis, an infection of the membrane surrounding the brain and spinal cord. Tensosynovitis, inflammation of the tendons and synovial membranes leading to pain and stiffness, pain and discomfort, spread of infection, skin ulcerations and infections. So if we don't treat it, if you're like, no, it will go, let me shook it inside for it.
Okay, prevention quickly. Frequent hand washing with soap and water. We cannot overemphasize this. Very important. And then try to wear gloves. If you are a healthcare practitioner working with people who have one form of infection or the other, always cover up your hands. And then when you're done, wash your hands with soap and running water. Very important. If you have toddlers, children, stop them from sucking their thumb or their fingers so that they do not infect themselves with the herpes simplex virus. That's the much we would have for you this morning. I would like to thank everybody for contributing. Best Beauty, final words.
do not bite the flesh around your nail. I used to do it. But now
how does it even taste? What's that feeling people get from biting their nails?
It comes out. So like,
does it have a particular flavor? Oh my God, that's disgusting. And don't forget that germs also are on your, on your nail bed. So while you're biting, you're also introducing germs into the body. But these things are what people are suffering from. So please, when you notice WHITLOW, go straight up to the hospital. Thank you so much for listening. But before we go, let's quickly tell you that Ojezuro Bodo symbol will be, yes, it's going to land. It's going to perch in Omuguma for the month of July. So if you are from Umuguma, don't fail to go back to the village on the 26th, on Saturday this week. The eagle is going to land. The Ojezurubodo symbol will perch at Umuguma. And then, yes, the winner, whoever gets to pick it or whoever gets to, what they say in Igbo, Mabutereya, yes, is going to get a whooping sum of 30,000 naira. That's a lot. A lot, trust me. Someone's 1 month's salary, if you may want to, call it that. Okay, and then if you are interested in sending greetings to your family members, I hear that they are also doing their festival right now. You can call this number 0707-491-3440, 0707-491-3440.
Also, a missing item, a bus emo driver brought a decoder to our radio station. The passenger boarded the keke bus from Egbu to Imbise Road on Sunday night and forgot the decoder. If the decoder belongs to you, please come over with your proof of ownership or call 0703-869-8266 or 0901-418-1425.
Okay, up next is the news. Thank you for listening.
It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
This week to help those in need.
If you know that it's God Almighty that created you and created we Nigerians like you need to do good things for us because the masses are suffering. How can suspend me here? Are we your slaves?
I am going to win this election.
That is the truth.
Stay informed with Echo FM 100.7. Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every weekday at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo, and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People. It's the news at noon on Echo FM 100.7.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Global News on Echo FM 100.7. I am Best Beauty going far, bringing you the latest news and breaking stories around the world. First, the headlines. NMA threatens nationwide strike, warns federal government. Showere retired police officers stage protest in Abuja over pension scheme. Enugu State Electricity issues new tariff for Band A customers. Kanu Judiciary demotes officials for forgery, absenteeism. U.S.-Nigeria bilateral relationship, new consul general arrives Lagos. French foreign minister heads to Ukraine, reaffirms support for Kiev. Now the details.
The Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, is warned of a possible nationwide strike if the federal government fails to address its demands by July 23rd. The association says the looming action could severely impact health services nationwide. NMA President Professor Bala Audu emphasized that the demands are central to both the welfare of medical professionals and the survival of Nigeria's healthcare system. The doctors are protesting a circular issued by the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission. That circular introduced revised allowances which the NMA says violate prior agreements. The association has insisted on the withdrawal of the document and full implementation of past resolutions to avert industrial action. Meanwhile, the presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, Omoyele Sowore, alongside other activists, is leading a protest in Abuja. Involving retired police officers, the demonstration took place despite warnings from the Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC. The protest targeted poor welfare conditions for retired personnel and demanded their removal from the contributory pension scheme, which protesters described as discriminatory and harmful. The Nigerian Union of Retired Police Officers had vowed to picket both the National Assembly and the force headquarters. In response, the PCRC warned that the protest could tarnish the image of the Inspector General of Police and the administration of President Bola Tinubu. They urged the retirees to return to the negotiation table instead of taking to the streets. The Enugu State Electricity Regulatory Commission has announced a new tariff structure reducing the rate of Band A customers from 209 Naira per kilowatt hour to 160 Naira. The new rate takes effect on August 1st, 2025. This follows the state's energy sector reform, with Main Power Electricity Distribution Limited taking over from Enugu Electricity Distribution Company under the state's regulatory oversight. The review aligns with the Enugu State Electricity Law 2023. The Commission says the move is aimed at ensuring affordable power access while maintaining a balance between costs and service delivery. The law empowers the state to regulate all power-related activities within its jurisdiction. Moving forward, the Kano State Judicial Service Commission has demoted a High Court Registrar, Adamu Salisu, for forgery and unethical conduct. Salisu was found guilty of falsifying affidavits and unlawfully signing documents as a commissioner for oaths. He was demoted from grade level 13 to 12 and removed from his registrar post. The decision, announced by Judiciary spokesperson Baba Ibrahim, followed the JSC's 84th meeting. Salisu admitted to forging a bailiff's signature and was issued a strong warning against further misconduct, with the threat of prosecution if repeated. Additionally, Yusuf Ayuba, a clerical assistant of High Court Number 8, was demoted for abandoning his duty post for 4 months without justification. The Commission reaffirmed its zero-tolerance stance on misconduct and vowed to uphold discipline and professional ethics within the judiciary. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke says the people of Osun remains his greatest asset as he reflects on his nearly 3 years in office. He praised their continued affection and support, which he says motivates his commitment to serve. Speaking on his administration's performance, Governor Adeleke said his achievements have exceeded expectations both locally and internationally. He noted that his passion to serve has been the driving force behind visible development. The governor assured citizens that he remained focused on delivering results and wouldn't be deterred by political distractions. He urged residents to keep faith with his leadership. And if you just tuned in, this is the Global News at Noon on Echo FM 100.7. A recap of the headlines. NMA threatens nationwide strike, warns federal government. Showere retired police officers stage protest in Abuja over pension scheme. Enugu State Electricity issues new tariff for Band A customers. Kano Judiciary demotes officials for forgery, absenteeism. U.S.-Nigeria bilateral relationship, new consul general arrives Lagos. French foreign minister heads to Ukraine, reaffirms support for Kiev. And still to come is the business and foreign news. Please stay tuned.
Mpox is a rare disease caused by a virus that spreads through close contact with someone or an animal that's been infected with the disease. You can contract Mpox by being in contact with recently contaminated materials like clothing, bedding, and other items used by an infected person or animal. Symptoms of Mpox include chills, muscle aches, fever, headache, rash, and fatigue. In order to prevent yourself or your loved ones from coming down with Mpox, wash your hands regularly with soap and running water. Avoid contact with people who may be infected with the virus. Clean and disinfect surfaces thoroughly. Wear personal protective equipment when caring for people infected with the virus. If infected, remain in isolation until all lesions and scars fall off. This message is from Echo 100.7 FM, Uwari.
In business, the Naira ended last week slightly weaker at the Nigerian foreign exchange market, closing at 1,532.34 Naira per dollar. This represents a 0.14% depreciation from the previous week. At its weakest, the Naira traded at 1,538 Naira and at its strongest, 1,515 Naira. Analysts say the Naira is likely to remain within its current band as the market anticipates outcomes from the Central Bank's Monetary Policy Committee meeting. Experts maintain that the CBN's intervention and better forex liquidity are crucial to stabilizing the Naira, with hopes for improved investor confidence and price control in the weeks ahead. On the foreign scene, the new U.S. Consul General Rick Swart has arrived in Lagos with a mission to deepen diplomatic, economic, and cultural ties between Nigeria and the United States. Swart takes over from Joe Ellen Korg, who served in an acting capacity for 7 months. A career diplomat and member of the Senior Foreign Service, Swart previously served as Deputy Chief of Mission at the U.S. Embassy in Chad and brings a wealth of experience from postings across Africa, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. He pledged to promote U.S. priorities, expand trade opportunities, and strengthen people-to-people connections between both countries. And still on the foreign scene, French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot is visiting Kyiv to reaffirm France's support for Ukraine amid its ongoing war with Russia. The visit marks a continued show of solidarity as the conflict enters its 4th year. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Andrei Sybiha welcomed the visit, calling it a strong diplomatic gesture. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has tasked ambassadors with new goals and internal reforms within the foreign ministry. The meeting follows ongoing international efforts to support Ukraine through humanitarian aid, weapons supply and reconstruction pledges from NATO and EU allies. And this brings an end to our global news, edited by Benjamin Joseph. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms on Facebook at Echo FM, X at Echo FM_Were, Instagram at Echo FM 100.7, YouTube at Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. I am Best Beauty going far. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for future updates. Good afternoon.
It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.
Are you a business owner looking to reach a wider audience? Do you want to promote your products or services to thousands of listeners? Look no further. Echo FM 100.7 offers a unique opportunity to advertise your business to a targeted and engaged audience. If interested in advertising with Echo FM, please call 0707 491 3440 to speak with our representative. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity to grow your business and reach new customers. Call us now on 0707 491 3440. 0707 491 3440.